Hello everyone, you're watching Can You See Fish, and today, back by popular demand, I'm doing another episode of Dissecting Sodor. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Ulfstead branch, the coal mine branch, and the Killdane branch, which I'm pretty sure is going to mean that after this video we are going to be done with the North Western Railway and all the standard gauge main line and the branch lines and the loop lines and everything like that. We're going to be done after this video, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that after this one we're finished and we can move on to, you know, the ones that I've been getting requests for so long: the Skarloey Railway, the Ulfstead Railway, and the Killdane Railway. So we're starting off today with the kind of the main branch line of this video, which is still only a pretty short one, which is the Ulfstead branch, which I would say, based on the kind of locations that are on it canonically, it's kind of meant to sum up some of those earlier Miller locations like the Whistling Woods, and include some of those kind of more random new series locations like Marron FC or High Farm. So we start off, and it starts off on the main line at Marron, and it runs westward from Marron over the Marron Bridge, which crosses over the Hewin Mora to the junction, where it splits off and heads up to Marron FC. This is, I believe, the football pitch seen in the episode where James has the flags. I don't know what that episode's called. It's not Red versus Blues, that's the Series 19 one, I think. And this also might be the football pitch seen in Thomas and the Moles from Jack and the Pack, the Buster episode. But yeah, that's Marron FC. Continuing past that, we get to into the Whistling Woods. This is a real kind of stereotypical, when you think of those kind of naff Miller locations from series 13 to 16, this is definitely one of them. This is in I think quite a few episodes, and there are quite a few, you know, there's the junction here, and like stuff like Percy's New Friends happens here, one of those stupid Toby Gets Scared episodes. So yeah, not really a location that I personally look on very highly, but yeah, that's kind of the Marron Forest. Continuing further on, we get to the Boxford Summer House, something that was kind of hinted to. Oh no, it wasn't hinted to, was it? It's in Series 8. Yeah, so, yeah, in Series 8, Edward the Great, I remember now, they go up the branch line, and yeah, you get to the Boxford Summer House, obviously where the Duke and Duchess of Boxford both spend their time on Sodor, and that's kind of where Spencer is mainly located, I believe, when he's not at Teignmouth Sheds and stuff like that. You can also see marked on the map here, there is a disused branch line which goes over a bridge and gets to Hero's hideout, which is of course where Thomas finds Hero when he's dilapidated in Hero of the Rails, the special. He finds him all kind of broken in the forest clearing, which, yeah, that makes sense for it to be there. I did always kind of think as that as part of the Whistling Woods. I don't know if it was ever said in an episode, but I definitely always considered that to be part of the Whistling Woods. So, yeah, definitely makes sense for Hero's hideout to be there. And we then get to, going back to the main branch, we get to the High Farm Junction, where we split off. And so up this way we have Boulder Quarry, which is the disused quarry which was mining rock in Series 5's Rusty and the Boulder. Yeah, and that's obviously kind of part of it. No, it's not destroyed, because I always confuse the stone cutting yard or whatever it's called and Boulder Quarry, because Boulder Quarry doesn't get destroyed, right? Like, that's the stone cutting quarry at the end of the video. Boulder Quarry is just shut down because of the threat that it poses. So yeah, obviously this is where the boulder comes off the mountain and chases Rusty, and that obviously goes that way, you know, up the Skarloey Railway route. But yeah, you've also got the access to it via the standard gauge branch, apparently. I don't really know. Do we ever see engines at the Boulder Quarry? I think that might actually possibly be an overlook by Sam Wilkinson, because I think that he's possibly making the same mistake here that I normally do, where I confuse the stone cutting yard and the Boulder Quarry. So he's thinking that, yeah, it has to be there because we see Percy there, but I think that might be a mistake, a pretty major mistake. But definitely one that I can understand, because, yeah, I make it quite a few times myself. But yeah, going up the other way, so that's the High Farm Junction. So going up the other way, we naturally get to High Farm. This is seen in... it's one of those just kind of mediocre news. Is it Thomas and the Birthday Mail? Actually, I say it's mediocre. It's one of the more interesting new series episodes. It's the one that introduces Rosie, and there's quite good visuals in this one, because there's like this harsh storm vibe with really dark clouds that I quite like. But yeah, so that's High Farm. This is where Alice, I think, is the little girl called Alice? I think she is. This is where Alice lives, and continuing further up, we get to the final stop on the branch line, which is the Earl's Estate, which is the Ulfstead Castle and the Ulfstead Mines. So yeah, the castle obviously first seen in King of the Railway canonically. Some people think that it was seen in Toby's Discovery from Series 5, but yeah, canonically, if we're assuming what is now becoming quite an unpopular theory, that all the Railway series, the model era and the CGI era are all part of the same timeline. If we're assuming that that's that, then canonically it first appears in King of the Railway, where it's being restored by the Earl of Sodor, Sir Robert Norrenby. And obviously, while it's not marked up here on the map, there's obviously kind of like a little scenic railway that runs around the castle, and you've got the dinosaur park as part of that, and that's operated by Glyn, Stephen and Millie. And speaking of Millie, we've obviously also got access here from the narrow gauge line, because there has to be a way for Millie to get between Ulfstead Castle and the Blue Mountain Quarry for the episode The Switch to happen. So yeah, that's that. The mines show up in King of the Railway. I think that's where Stephen gets stuck, and then they're shown to be kind of more as being kind of still lit up and worked in some other episodes. Like there's the one where is it Philip who gets stuck in there in like a cutaway gag or something. I don't know. I need to rewatch the Brenner era, if I'm being honest, because I remember that when I first watched the Brenner era, it was like, it really made me feel happy, and I think I need to watch it again at some point, because quite a few things that I kind of remember but I don't really. So that's the Ulfstead branch, which I think actually the placement of it is kind of good. That obviously you have Ulfstead Castle here, but then you also can't have it in the town of Ulfstead here because of how that lines up with Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure from Series 3. So yeah, other than that Boulder Quarry placement, which I don't think should have the standard gauge access, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. So the next one is this kind of really short branch line here, which is basically just here as a throw-in thing, basically, for the Series 5 episode, Put Upon Percy, I believe it is. So yeah, this is the coaling plant branch line. So it's from Wellsworth, which is over here. We go to the junction and it splits off, where we then get to the Miners' Halt, which is the station seen in A Surprise for Percy. It's the station that the trucks run through after they break away. So that whole kind of town, the Miners' Halt, kind of built to serve the people who worked at the coal mine. And apparently, according to the map, located just past here, well, not according to the map, but according to the wiki, is the old station that Oliver sees in Oliver's Find. Now, this is something that I'm going to flat out say I don't agree with. That station is Alsdale End. It's made very clear that, you know, that is Alsdale End, and Oliver crashes into Toby's shed. So I don't really understand why that would be on this branch. I think maybe someone needs to go back on the wiki and maybe check that, because that seems like a pretty dumb place to have that particular station, in my opinion. And then at the end we have the coaling plant yards, which are seen in episodes like Hector the Horrid, a lot of new series episodes basically, and also like Middle Engine, right? That's where Percy goes up the chute, I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where that happens. And also the coal mines that are seen in Put Upon Percy. I'm guessing that those are probably out of action after that episode, if you know what happens in it. Yeah, I can't imagine that those are still operating, but yeah, so that is the coaling plant branch line, or the coal plant branch line. But moving across the map, we get to the final branch, which is the Killdane branch, which starts at the station of Killdane and runs southeast until it reaches the ice cream factory, where it kind of splits off from the main line via a junction, which then takes it, which is the Killdane junction for the branch, where it then passes several different just bits from different episodes. So this is where the old quarry bridge is located that collapses in A Friend in Need canonically. And so let's first of all go. Yeah, let's go this way first. So this way has a lot of heavy industrial area. The Ulfstead Ballast and Granite and Gravel Company that's spoken about, and I believe Small Railway Engines is located here. And at the far end of this is the smelter's yard, or the Sodor Ironworks, or the Sodor Steelworks, obviously, where Ari and Bert are located most of the time. So that's that way. If we go back and go the other way, this kind of leads us more towards the town of Cronk, which is where the brickworks and warehouses are both located from Jack and the Pack. Obviously, there's the episode where Ned smashes up the brickworks, and the episode where they're kind of just, I don't really know what job they have to do at the warehouses in Jack Owns Up, but yeah, that's that. And then via another kind of little branch, we get the fuel depot, which is seen in it's one of the episodes with Percy. He collects fuel, and it says, and he collected fuel from the depot, but I don't know what that episode is. It's a Series 5 one, definitely, and I don't know if it maybe appeared after that in some new series episodes. So yeah, that is this episode of Dissecting Sodor. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos I'm posting, especially these ones, because hopefully pretty soon Scar Lorry Railway video, it's going to be the next one if there are no more standard gauge branch lines, which I'm pretty sure there aren't. I think I've done them all now. So yeah, Scar Lorry Railway, next video, you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a good one. Not the next video, but the next Dissecting Sodor. This is probably going to be my last video of 2021, so I hope you've all had a good year. It's definitely been a good year for me on YouTube. And here's to another good one. I'll see you all next time. Until then, goodbye.